Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the 30th episode of the Technical Difficulties Podcast. I am your gracious host, Techstorm, along with the longtime fan of a show, Mr. Emmanuel A1 Sauce. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me back on. I always enjoy watching the show, and I love being on here too. So let's get it.
All right, man. I love that energy. Keep that same energy the whole podcast. Keep that same energy. And alongside him, the best editor that TD could ever ask for, the only one who is willing to put up with all our cringe, Mr. Vanish Gaming.
That is why I'm the only. That's why you keep calling me the best editor, because I'm the only one that's going to be willing to put up with the cringe.
Oh, man.
Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't know.
Hey, man, you know, I can only do so much on my end. Okay, but let's just say this. Disclaimer. What I'm about to rant about or go on a rant about has been happening for about a week or so now. Sony has walked back the allegations that have surrounded them, but we'll get into that later in the video. But I just gotta say one thing just to start off the video. I feel like y'all know what it is.
Oh, I know.
Fuck you, Sony.
No. Do that again. Do it again. More energy.
Fuck you, Sony.
No. I'll give you one last try. Louder and angrier.
Fuck you, Sony.
All right. Someone must be home. That's why he's being a little bitch. All right.
Oh man, see, let it out, Tech.
Hey man. Look, all right. I got some stuff to say. Y'all see the Birdman hands rubbing together, all right? Look, all right. Some shit. I got some anger to let out. All right. Number one, you fucked me, Sony. You really did. You truly fucked me. You disabled a major feature I bought the TV for in the first place. You said it was coming. I said, okay. Sony, I believe in you. Then you drop it. And I'm like, you dropped the update. And you know, the folks at home don't know what update I'm probably talking about, but the update for VRR and ALLM on the TV, you dropped it. You just said, you know what, we're just gonna erase this from the current H models, yeah, and then we're gonna get everybody to buy the J models because they have the update coming later, which is exactly what we promised for the previous model TVs. Repeat?
It probably cost more for the new TVs.
Oh yeah, well, because they have the new Bravia XR cognitive processors. For those of you who don't know, we're going to be diving in a little bit more of what I used to do on my channel, which is tech reviews, tech talk, and stuff like that, before it turned into all this gaming, like podcasting stuff. But, you know, I just want to say, you know, this is some real shady business on Sony's end. Like, a bunch of people, Review Tech USA, Stop the Foam, a bunch of people bought your TV and for the same purpose of, you know, hey, this TV was going to have the gaming features that was perfect for PS5. Sony even marketed it like that. The TV for PS5. And people went ahead and bought it. They spent the $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, however big they got the TV. They bought it. I don't know.
And they said, psych.
They literally said psych. They're like, you know what?
PlayStation 5.
They're like, you know what? Fuck the PS5. Fuck your Series X that you're putting on this Sony TV. Well, guess what, Sony? I did it anyway.
Like that kid who poured Pepsi in his Coca-Cola bottle.
Exactly. But, okay, let's kind of get into it, folks. So, what is variable refresh rate? Variable refresh rate is basically your display adjusting to the frame rate that whatever console or PC is actually giving out and kind of manually adapting to that frame rate so that way you get a fluid gaming experience no matter what. Now, what is auto low latency mode? Auto low latency mode is basically automatically turning your TV into game mode the minute it detects a game console on the TV. So if you're in like standard or like vivid mode or you're watching a movie, automatically kicks it into game mode with the appropriate settings. But you know what? Sony said, nah, we don't need those features in this year's model. I'm just saying. I just think
we can give him a little tease.
right. Let's just give them a little tease. Let's just charge them double, charge them triple next year. And then they can sign up for our new streaming service, Bravia Core. All those tech hits.
They're taking notes from Activision.
Man, saying, I just don't like it. I don't appreciate it, and I'm here to voice my concern and my genuine anger and hatred towards Sony right now. You gave me a really bad impression on the PS5 at first. Only reason I legitimately bought the PS5, you guys know, was Spider-Man Miles Morales. Because, okay, yeah, I mean, it's the game, you know? Like, it's a game that they showed first. Other than GTA. They showed it first. And everybody lost their minds collectively.
Yep.
And I just want to say, like, was it worth it, Sony? Was it really worth it?
Probably because you're gonna have people who will buy the new TVs anyway.
Of course, tech reviewers and everything like that. They're gonna get the new TVs and they're gonna review them for you. It's gonna happen.
But the question is, are the standard consumers, the ones who don't know shit about tech, like me, gonna buy them?
Well, quite honestly, Vanish, you don't buy anything.
It's true. This is very true.
Damn.
I mean, you know, and I'll also give a little bit of background with my experience with the 900H. I've owned it since August, I believe. August. So I bought it a few months in advance. 65 inches. Biggest TV I've ever had in my bedroom. I just gotta say, picture quality is nice. Color's nice. HDR is fantastic. But the software and some of the software choices they made, why? I just want to point this out. Some design flaws that I have nitpickies with. You put HDMI 2.1 on the bottom two ports. One of those bottom two ports I need for my sound bar. Why did you do that? So you're telling me if I want to have both of my consoles plugged into separate HDMIs, I have to move my sound bar off and just not use it? Or convert it to optical somehow?
I wanted to ask you about that, Tech. Would you not be able to run your HDMI port, through the sound bar? Does it not have the input?
Sonos doesn't do that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I have a Sonos Beam and they don't have that feature. They only have a HDMI out, and even then it would be HDMI 2.0 and it wouldn't be HDMI 2.1.
Gotcha.
So
Damn.
The main reason everybody wants HDMI 2.1, folks, is that HDMI 2.1 has a higher bandwidth, a significantly higher bandwidth, more than double of the standard HDMI 2.0B, shall I say. That, therefore, gives you a much higher frame rate possibility and obviously signal. These HDMI 2.1 ports are on 4K TVs and 8K TVs as well. Just because that is the new standard, because since we're going up in technology, we need a new HDMI standard. Same thing happened with HD to 4K, now it's happening from 4K to 8K. But I just think that, certain design flaws with the HDMI ports was not handled as well. Yes, the TV does 4K at 120 frames per second, but I don't get my variable refresh rate. And I don't get my auto low latency mode. I feel like those are two very important features, which is the whole reason I was like, yeah, I'm buying the TV. This is the TV. Forget LG and forget everybody else. I was like, this is it. I am a Sony loyalist, for those of you who don't know. Many of you have accused me of being prejudiced and biased towards Sony before, just because I genuinely thought their products were always good, disregarding everything else. Yes, I had bad luck with LG and Vizio and Samsung and so on, but Sony kind of was always there for me no matter what, and I could always expect great picture and great audio from whatever products they had to release. But unfortunately, that luck has run out, and I just want to give them the quick finger. Fuck you.
Quick finger.
I don't appreciate the fact that Sony did this. They have terrible. Oh, not even to talk about their actual enhancements to the HDMI ports, right? So they have, ladies and gentlemen, they have literally two settings for enhanced format on HDMI. They have enhanced format standard, which is HDR10 4K 120 FPS, and they have enhanced format Dolby Vision. Now, enhanced format Dolby Vision only runs the consoles in 60 hertz in 4K or 1080p 120 hertz. That is not what I signed up for. It's supposed to be a clone of the exact same thing. But my TV will not, and my Xbox will not read Dolby Vision unless it's on that enhanced format Dolby Vision, but I lose my 120 frames a second.
So it won't. It cannot force the TV to switch to the output. Just it can't configure it from the output.
They could have totally done it, but did they do it? Absolutely not. And I also want to point this out. I really from the whole Sony thing. This is where I really stem from it at the beginning of the day. I have a PlayStation 5. I have a TV that was made for the PlayStation 5. I have the appropriate cables. I have everything. Why am I not getting the experience I was promised? Whenever you buy a TV, ladies and gentlemen, especially in the year 2021, make sure you take a look at those specs. Make sure that TV is what they say it is. Do some digging if you have to. Sony is forcing my hand. I have Sony camera, which you're viewing me on right now. I have a Sony TV. I have a Sony PlayStation. I think I had like Sony soundbars before, Sony speakers for home theater, like receivers, stuff like that. Like I had Sony everything in my home at one point.
Now that's some loyalty.
I know, because I genuinely thought it was good. No matter what it was, I knew it was going to blow me away. Even if it sucked, I would just be like, you know what? They'll fix it. Nah. I'm here to let you know, Sony, not anymore. I am breaking up with you, unfortunately. I'm going to have to, slide over to LG's side. They don't make me pick which HDMI port to use, so I don't have to swap cables between consoles every time. I'm just saying.
I've done that. That is mad annoying. Even if it is first world problems, it is mad annoying.
HDMI cable, Ethernet, back and forth, and back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. Whenever I want to watch a Blu-ray, I have to turn Dolby Vision on and then the TV and go to setting. And by the time I don't even want to watch the movie anymore. I'm annoyed. I'm tired. I just think that this could have honestly been handled a lot better. Especially, and then they turn around and release the J models. And then the J models have everything that was left out. Don't even get me started on the Bravia XR cognitive chip. What the hell, man? Like, what are you trying to be, LG now? You're literally trying to be LG with the Alpha, the Alpha 9 Gen 2 and the Alpha and like 9 Gen 3 and like whatever processor, like the Alpha 9 Gen 4 probably now. Mm-hmm. Like, I just don't think it's okay. Yeah,
definitely not.
You release HDMI 2.1 across the whole line now, and if I'm gonna really feel pissed off if all those ports are literally listed as HDMI 2.1 compatible, then I'm really gonna be mad. I just don't think it's good of Sony to do something like this. I enjoy playing my Xbox Series X on my 900H. I enjoy playing my PS5 the time that I am able to play my PS5 on my 900H. But it's just little inconveniences that constantly add up. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Hey, so you made a point I wanted to ask. I wanted to see if you can expand on it a little bit more. You were saying how you know, how they have the port situated, you would have to, you know, constantly switch your HDMI cables. You don't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
I've been having people tell me, you know, and I agree, is one of the more minimal features, but auto low latency mode, not so much an issue on the PS5 since it stays in HDR mode, but the Xbox, you have the Series X2, and you would have to switch back and forth.
Yeah.
Um, is that something you know you think would be annoying, or would you also say, you know, do you think that's, you know, on the lower scale of utility?
Uh-huh. I still think it's still an annoyance no matter what it is.
Mm,
Regarding to auto low latency mode not really being a problem on the PS5, I've had my PS5 kick me out of HDR.
oh shit.
I've had my PS5 legit kick me out of 4K HDR and turn me to 4K no HDR. And sometimes it would be brighter. And then recently, actually, I had a HDR glitch on my PS5 where everything was like sepia colored.
Mm.
So like it was like that kind of like warm orange tint. I really didn't understand why that was or how that took place or
Yeah,
it's just
that
kind of
was
like
weird.
I was just kind of like how the hell I even show it to Vanish. I was like how is this happening? You know? So I restarted my PS5 and it went away, but I'm just saying in general, I've had my PS5 legit kick me out of 4K and HDR and put me in like 1080p HDR. It's dumb.
Jeez.
It's dumb. I'm
I
telling
didn't
you.
know those. Yeah, because they marketed it as, you know, it always stays in, you know, 4K HDR. So I didn't know that was even a
But
thing.
guess what? If my settings aren't correct and Sony TVs automatically suggest that I set up the device, if somehow it
Uh-huh.
misclicks, it completely messes up everything and I have to restart the console every single time. It's
That's
terrible.
crazy, especially since they're both Sony too.
Terrible. They don't communicate, and then it's just the whole thing. From my Roku, like whenever I watch my Xfinity cable, from like it just doesn't communicate as well with devices. I feel as the LG,
Mm.
and that's like a known fact because LG literally has better device integration. And as soon as I plugged in my game console, it would be like, okay, this is an Xbox, this is a PlayStation. You know, it would back then when I had both at one time, it would be like, okay, this is this console and this is that console. I'm not confusing the two, you know?
Mm.
I just it really blows my mind how much Sony fucks up with one update. It really blows my mind. Let me tell you, I don't know. I don't know, but I open it to you guys for a second, you know. I've had the floor for quite a while, but I want to know what you guys think about all of this that I'm describing right now.
Um, I think it's pretty fucked up, man. You know, especially for customers like you. You said you've been, you know, loyalist, a lifelong Sony customer. It's pretty shitty that, you know, they do stuff like this, and then, you know, I like, you know, some people say I hate on Sony, but this is becoming a proven track record at this point. They either are not delivering what they say out of the gate, or they're changing the narrative, or just flat out not communicating, you know, with customers or anybody. The lack of transparency is pretty crazy. So hopefully that changes. You know, some people were saying, you know, they never canceled it. You know, Stop the FOMO just made this up, but they changed the page, so that's another form of either they're incompetent, because, you know, they said that happened at the PS5 reveal. Oh, they never meant for Dark Souls to say it was coming to PC. They never meant for Final Fantasy 13 to say it was coming to PC. These are all just typos. They never meant to happen. And they're saying the same thing with this update. Oh, we never meant for it to be on the website. So either they're lying or they're becoming increasingly more incompetent. So hopefully they do fix this, man. I think they have to do it within a year. I mean, honestly, is well, you say you got it in August, so this is going on longer than 6 months.
Yeah,
Um,
it's ridiculous. Honestly, it truly is.
yeah, yeah. So I wanted to ask, you know, what I think it should be done. With, you know, it's already past 6 months, but it's got to be done within a year. But what is you have the item? What's your personal timeline on, you know, when you say this needs to be done?
I think within the next 6 months or so. I give it a full
Okay.
year of me owning the product. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I give it a full year before I be like knocking down my doors, like knocking down Sony's doors, be like, where you at? Where you at with this update? You said it was coming.
Yeah.
It never happened.
But I think that's one. I think that's a scary thing, man. Because stores like Best Buy, they had extended holiday warranties from October until January 16th, and you can return any item. So them not pushing the up, they don't have the update, and they don't have a timeline. Some people are still left up in the air. They have the option to freely return it, and Sony just left them out in the cold, man. It's pretty messed
Yeah,
up.
that's basically what they did to me. They just left me on the cold. They just said, you know what?
Uh,
It's fine. We'll just get them on the next one. It's fine.
don't do it, man.
Don't
Don't get the next one.
No, they're not. They're not. I'm sorry, but they're not. The only way it's happening is if I see the facts up front. That's the only way it's happening.
But you can see
Yeah,
the facts
day
up
one.
front. So
I
what's
need
gonna
to
stop
see.
them from.
Yeah, day one. I need to see the facts up front. What's happening? I need an exact date when it's coming. I need a promise date. I need a signature. like I need
Yeah, good luck
everything
with
up
that.
front.
But even if you get that, what's gonna stop them from reverting shit back?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking
Just like
about.
they did with this one.
On my other previous Sony TV, I lost a important feature that I actually like another situation like this. It was Netflix calibration, Netflix calibrated mode. Excuse me, Netflix calibrated mode. That was supposed to show you the show in Dolby Vision HDR, but it was supposed to be like true to the director's intent on how it was supposed to be viewed.
Yeah, and then also didn't you? I think I remember you saying there's also a dead pixel on your
Yeah,
TV?
yeah. There's like a single dead pixel. It's really annoying when it's like it's mostly not visible, but like if I'll see it on like if I'm watching like a YouTube video in 4K and like a person's face is like covering most of my screen, I'll see it.
Yeah,
It's just full of HDMI audio dropouts to TV freezing right after I get done watching a movie to sound not coming on as soon as I turn the TV on sometimes.
so it's kind of sounding like their PlayStation. Sounds like it's a rush.
Yeah, kind of.
A rush TV.
Exactly. But Vanish, I know you're patiently waiting. I want you to go too. I want to hear your feelings on this.
Well, I'm kind of in a different boat because I never really liked Sony products to begin with. Haven't had many good experiences with the stuff I've owned that were Sony. But it's never a good look on a company if TVs have features, you promise a bunch of stuff that comes with that TV, and then all of a sudden you're just like, nah, we're gonna downgrade our TVs and then make you buy the new ones, even though you just spent however much the TVs cost. It's never a good look.
Yeah.
It's a shitty business practice.
I 100% agree. Let's just take a look at Bravia Core real quick. This is supposed to be a paid streaming service for Sony, and it's exclusive to these new Bravia XR TVs coming out, which are essentially the J models, like the new 2021 models, of course, right? They know I'm bougie like this. A lot of customers who own Sony are really bougie like this, and they want a streaming service that is comparable to Blu-ray, and that's what Bravia Core is. And you know what? It's near lossless quality. That's what really makes me upset about it. So you're telling me I can get the IMAX enhanced features of my television and the great sound and literally the experience of a Blu-ray, but on streaming? Sure. But guess what? I gotta buy a 950J or some shit.
Yeah, no,
That's not worth it.
No.
And I just feel like that's a slap in the face. I really hope it's coming to H models because I'm really not gonna appreciate. I don't appreciate the fact that this is only possible on the Bravia XR. Since Sony TVs are so high class, why couldn't this happen this year? Since they are so premium.
COVID. They'll blame it on COVID.
Oh, if they do, I'm just gonna be like your chicken shit then.
They will.
I'm just saying, like, what stopped this from coming? What technicality stopped this from coming to H models this year? They were more than capable. Now, if Sony admits that the H models were inferior, then sure, I'll just go on about my day.
But you know they're not, and I can give you the answer right now. Greed. Investors.
In all,
Take a pick.
in all, 10 eligible models are eligible for the Bravia Core service. Z9J, A90J, A80J, X95J, X92, X90J, A80CJ, X90CJ, X91CJ, and X80CJ. 10 credits you'll get for free movies that are fully lossless, near lossless quality. But I can't get the same thing.
Gotta drop that 1,500 or more.
Nah, kiss my ass, Sony. Kiss my ass. Look, if I'm gonna drop 1,500, it's gonna be on an LG. Okay. That's
all
what
I
I'm
know
saying.
all I know is Sony better pray to God or whatever gods that PlayStation doesn't fail.
Look, cause let me be honest with you. LG has already had my business in the bag for a while, but I just didn't want to leave. You know, I was begging them to give me any reason. I'm saying, give me a reason not to go to LG. And you know what? They gave me a reason to go to LG. So, not just one, not just two, not three, but 4 reasons not to go to LG.
Relationship.
It really is. You know what? And I think it's got to end. I think it's over.
Speaking of the PS5 failing or not failing, speculating, do you think these are at all linked, or these are completely separate issues and just HDMI? Because in that interview with Stop the Phone, they were saying one of the suppliers were saying that it's the HDMI 2.1 itself, not so much Sony not being able to do it with software.
I mean, sure, everybody's had issues with 2.1, but I doubt it's just the 2.1 technology.
Yeah. So you think this is with the TV and the PS5?
Oh, it's totally
this
Sony
is
being
Sony.
incompetent. Yeah, it's totally Sony being incompetent and not owning up day one. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it now. I received a leaked email saying that hey, update's still coming. Don't believe the rumors. It makes it pretty hard not to believe the rumors when you wait until a whole week. You could have jumped on this on day one. I'm just saying. Most catastrophic companies, they jump on it on day one.
Yeah.
That is known fact.
They came back when Forbes wrote that article saying that they were having was it yield issues. So if they really felt this was an issue, they could have spoke on it.
Right, and I mean, I'm just saying, and I'm gonna quote exactly what Sony said. XH90 or X900H will support VRR and auto low latency mode via future firmware update. Any articles on Sony that stated otherwise have been updated with the correct information. So why was the incorrect information up there in the first place? That's what I want to know. That's all I want to know. Was it some doofus who is just like, hey man, you want to see something funny? I'm gonna cause a mass panic. Sure, just tell me. Just tell me before it's too late, Sony. But you know what? You played yourself.
Might be a Xbox mole. He went on there and changed the website.
Let me just see what I can do.
Probably a guy that had to meet a deadline. He just threw something up there.
Man. Yeah, no, like honestly, and not to sidetrack too much from what the video is about, but I love gaming on my Series X, honestly. I think the fact that I cannot expand the M.2 in the PS5 day one is foolish. If you really want people to buy games. I'm just saying that's not the way to do it. The fact that I risk my console getting bricked just by plugging in the LAN ports or, or connecting an external hard drive or like transferring from a PlayStation 4. If I had a PlayStation 4, I just think it's all kind of like, what? So you want me to basically just stare at it and look at it until the
Yeah.
updates are out? That's what you want? They're basically saying don't turn it on and it will explode.
Yeah, that was all normal stuff that you named.
Yeah. So like I just don't understand why it's such a big issue now. I don't get it. To be honest with you, I really don't get it, and I don't understand it. And I really wish they would help me understand, but they're not going to help me understand, unfortunately. So, what do you want me to do, Sony?
On switch sides.
Apparently, they want you to, stop buying their products, man.
Well, you know what? I think I can at least grant them that wish. I mean, obviously, I mean, like I said, like the disc PS5 will probably be in my possession soon because I'm just done with digital. I want to insert the disc, and at that point, if it still doesn't work, bye PS5. That's all I'm gonna say.
I wanted to ask you to elaborate on, like, what is it about, is that just it? The having the option to insert disc, that's what makes you want the
Not
disc
just
version?
I want to, yeah, I'm gonna elaborate on that now. Having a console like the Series X where I actually can insert a disc, yes, that is part of it, but also I
Mm.
see like all the issues that I'm having just by not inserting a disc and playing. Like licenses not being verified every time I start up.
Hmm.
Sometimes I have like weird DNS issues where I can't download a game fully, or like even this morning, like Monster Hunter World got stuck on the console. Like as
I
far as
that's
like the downloads thing, and that's
that
like
one's that one's weird because I looked that up.
issue. What?
Yeah, ever since
Oh,
December, a lot of people have been like, they've been trying to download the game and it kept getting stuck at like 40%.
that ain't it, Chief. I got to near like 80% and my shit just stopped.
I think it's from what I heard, it's because like Monster Hunter is trying to download a bunch of PS4 assets as well, and
I don't,
it
and
does
that's what I'm
something to the
saying.
PlayStation 5.
And that's what I'm saying. How broken is your system, man? That's what I'm saying. Like, how broken is it? How broken is it truly to be able to constantly just have to go back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, back and forth? That's annoying.
That's why you
Yeah.
shouldn't buy remastered games that came out not that
I'm
long
just
ago.
saying, until it gets a PS5 version, I ain't playing that shit. Period.
Yeah.
Now, if it just wants to magically correct itself, sure. Whatever. But I
Trying to
rest
think
my
of the
case. I rest my
I was
case.
trying to think of the feature. What's the Xbox feature that takes care of that, the downloading
What, smart
the
delivery?
different smart delivery.
Smart
Yeah.
delivery. PlayStation
Yeah, I
ain't
was hearing
got a
people
lick of smarts. Now do it.
dumbass delivery.
Dumbass delivery.
But
Um,
I was watching somebody talk about it. Apparently, that has to do with like the whole back end of the system. So it is really weird that they wouldn't, smart delivery just seems like, common sense, but I guess it's not so common. But Microsoft really worked on, having the systems be able to talk to each other. But it's really weird that Sony, and that brings up the point we were making before.
It's
The
the
TV and the
same
PlayStation aren't
system.
talking to each
It's
other.
the same system, the same architecture. Why are they not communicating? Why?
Exactly. Yeah.
this is
Same 36
Sony.
cores.
This is Sony. Remember, they made it like damn near impossible to develop games for the PlayStation 3. They always have to
That
like
is a good point.
they always have to make their stuff so complicated. Like they're trying to be
Yeah.
unique or some shit. Like just
I'm
make
just
the stuff
saying.
work.
I'm just saying. And the PS3 had like, well, I was a 360 gamer back in the day, and man, they had a lot of issues running games like Spider-Man: Web of Shadows and like Infamous and just like all these other games had so many issues running on the console.
Like
Mm.
I mean, I know first parties were fun, but yeah, it had a lot of issues with third party games.
I just don't get it. I truly do not get it, and I don't understand what it is or why it is, but here it is. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's really it for this mini rant video. I just came to say, Sony, that we're breaking up, and I don't think this is gonna work anymore. Unfortunately, me and you, we had a long past ever since I was 5 years old. A wee laddie, I had a Sony, like not a cube TV, but like a well, what did they call those TVs like back in the day? Like those really big ones, not plasmas, but
CRV?
CRT.
CRT?
I had like a
Like
50
fatback?
inch. I had the 50. Yeah, fatback. Yeah, fatback. Yeah, I had a 50-inch fatback.
Bruh,
50 inch, or was it a 40 inch? I don't know.
we had a 50-inch fatback,
Right.
and I tell you what, when we changed to flat screens, and I had to pull that thing out of its makeshift bookshelf. Oh my, that was heavy. Hated it.
Yeah.
Man, but let me tell you, that Sony TV, it worked well. I played a lot of my finest games on the TV. The only reason I switched was because I wanted the Xbox One coming out, and I had to get a flat screen.
Mhm.
It was a bitch
Oh,
moving
damn.
it. Yeah. I think I had the only other TV I had was like a Brooksonic, and it was like a cube TV, but it had the VHS player built into it.
Oh man.
I don't think I switched to an
Man.
HD TV until I got my first PlayStation 3.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
But even then, it was still like
even on the 360, I
while
ran it
after.
off of the AV jacks for a very long
Yeah.
time.
Same
Yeah.
even with
Yeah,
like
very
as
long
soon
time.
as I don't know when I upgraded to an HD TV
Mhm.
actually, but I know it was during like the PS3 era. And my
That sounds
my
about right.
I think my parents have my last one.
Right, but all in all, like I said, it's not gonna work anymore, Sony. I'll still buy your cameras and stuff like that, maybe some of your games, but like, I don't appreciate any of this like kind of like sneakiness that's going around with you and the consumer. Because here at TD, we're pro consumer, and whenever companies do shit like this, I'm gonna call them out on it. Best believe.
Good.
As you should.
Because that was me and Major Nelson's mission from day one. And even if Major Nelson's not here on the show at the moment, I'm going to carry on that mission.
Yep.
It is
Sir.
my duty to give you all the business.
And that's what we're all here for.
Man, but regardless, I'm gonna start closing them out. Mr. Emmanuel A1 Sauce, go ahead, tell them where they can follow you.
Yes, sir. If you like to, you can follow me on Twitter at WavEyGamerX. That's Wavy with the E. Yeah, still haven't got my YouTube up, but still working on that, man.
All right, Mr. Vanish, tell them where they can follow the official podcast Twitter and you're such a beautiful editor as yourself.
You can follow me right here on YouTube, Vanish Gaming with a 1 and 7 I. And then you can find us on Twitter. Make sure to put it in the video somewhere too. At TD_PDCST.
Wait, did you just say E?
No.
Okay,
I
it
said-
sounded like an E. Okay, I just want to make sure. I
See-
was just like, huh?
See, I have a speech thingy. All right. Don't be making me doing the outro.
All right. I'll make you feel better. At
I'm just gonna censor that whole part.
don't worry, Adam will do it.
All right, Thomas. Flashbacks to the Cyberpunk review.
But yeah, you can also follow me at TechStorm Gaming on Twitter, and you can also follow me right here on YouTube and Twitch as well. TechStorm, but I'm taking a break from Twitch at the moment. But I might get back into it soon. Who knows? But regardless, get at us on Twitter at the TD Podcast Twitter. Tell us kind of Sony issues you're having. If you have a 900H and a PS5 or a Series X, let me know how you feel. All right, this is TD
Leave a
Podcast
comment
crew.
down below.
Or you can leave a comment down below. That is correct. But
Remember, this is going on. This is actually going on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's right. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and bell notify yourself as well, so that way you know every time a video
though.
will be out. Yeah. But regardless, guys, this is the folks over at TD telling you guys to enjoy your gaming, stay safe, and have a good one.